What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream, where we're back in our Gas Course project, a game built from scratch, obviously from Unreal Engine, using C++, blueprints, the game playability system, plugin, all that good stuff. So last time we started talking about, and most recently we even started talking about adding deck building mechanics into our game. So we're going to continue that pipeline here. We're slowly making the classes and everything. I want to get to the point where I can activate these cards for testing purposes, so we know what that kind of pipeline looks like, and then we can maybe start building a prototype with the UI and kind of just keep building it from there. So we have our data table, we have our data asset for the card, it references which card we want to have. There's definitely ways I want to improve this, because again, like, I don't really want to have to explicitly pick, like, I don't like the fact that all the data tables are here. So I would like there to be some sort of filter in some sort of way, and I don't know really how to do that. So we have our ability set here. We can activate the card. I think we need I'll need to be able to make some sort of, I guess that could be done through the component, like some front-facing thing that says to activate a card or not eventually. But we have our card and then deck data, and we should have in our components a deck manager component. And I think within this, I don't think it needs to tick this component or anything like that, but we definitely need to give it an array of, I guess, cards. And then we would say, I guess, card data asset. I guess something like that. And we could just add cards in here. But what else do we need to do to get to the point where we can activate one of these cards? Should be probably a U function, right? Blueprint callable. We'll say bool. There is draw card that would be good at some point, but I will say activate card. Card to activate. So we can generate this code. We gotta say, so bool, the card activated false, and then return card activated. That's gonna be our opener and closer. Then we gotta say, if not card activate, that, and then we could say card to activate, and then there should be like an activate card, right? No. So within here, we need also, okay, so that's card data asset, which contains card data. Let's clean up some stuff here as well. That's fine. So card data asset, manager component. There's a subsystem as well, which we'll have to do something eventually. Yeah, so there's this, right? So the card data asset needs to have something as well. Maybe there's too much layers. View function, cool, activate card. We don't want this to be blueprint callable or anything like that, so cool. Be success. Oh, sure, why not? And then I gotta say, so I have to get row data and everything like this at this point. So deck data is one thing. It's kind of might be a little convoluted what I'm doing, not sure. So there's activate card, right? Which is in the ability set. So from here, I have to get the data from the card data. So can I say, if now how do I get the actual data here? So card data dot get row. There's get row. We might have to ask ChatGPT for this. See, to get a row of data from a data table, blah, 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 we have, I guess I could just say what, data table, or it's not auto-completing. So it is a T object pointer const data table. So card data table. Card data table equals that. Then what can I do? I don't think I need to load. Is that not a thing? Then I could say F, is it card data? So F card data, I could say card data equals card data table, find row, and then I could say, okay, so I'm overwriting card data. So I need to say F card. Maybe this has to be written something. So card data row, I'm gonna say, or row handle, say. Just to make it as verbose as a name as we can. And then we do find row, and that's gonna be F card data, and then row name is row name needs, is it it's gonna be an F string. F string card data row name equals card data row handle dot row name. So what's row name here? F name. enough. Now it takes looking up card. This is a pointer. Then, if hard data, guess I can make it const, right? Wrong. Oh yeah, it can be moved into the statement here. Then can say, I guess maybe B success is true, but I don't know just yet. But should be able to say card data. So this is where I need to get some information. So for this activate card, I think I need to take in an ability system component, or I could just get the instigator. So I guess we could say that maybe. Okay. I guess now I can do this whole check of next I guess the potential problem isn't with the AI at a certain point. Let's just do not owning character, but instigator character. And then we got get the ability system component. So U ability system component. I don't know if I made I think I did make my own, but we could just make an ability system component. And yeah. Now I can get here, so I can say activate card. We could say ability system component. We need to also make an array. Not an array, but okay, so it has to be does it have to be a pointer? I suppose. Maybe something like that is valid. Then I could say B success equals true. We can also do a bunch of logs. So log temp, we can the error. Yeah, it's null. We could also make it a part of the data asset to check if the thing's valid. So that seems fine, but yeah, forget. I think it's in our targeting data. We do something similar. Systems, targeting, area effect data. Is it in this thing? Yeah, is data valid? So let's grab you. Go to our card data asset. Now, is this in public, I guess? Okay, so do I super this at all? No. Let's just grab that. And what we're saying. So if not, so card. So if card data equals row. What's wrong here? Oh, we gotta include something. This data validation probably. Something like that. Boom. Now we just gotta say. So card. Whatever is not set. That should be okay. And now we have our deck manager component. Now card to activate. So we can say activate card. So it goes here. So it needs an instigator. Let me check something. I need to pass in an instigator or an actor, right? So let's say get owner. So let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. So I gotta start mapping out this architecture a little bit more. So we have the component. Obviously, yeah, component shouldn't be ticking. I think we gotta get rid of that at some point. Okay, so deck manager component, so found. Does that have to be pointers? We're good to double check that. But yeah, we don't want to tick. So we're gonna have to fix that. Okay, hopefully this will finish. Cool. So yeah, let's take out tick component. Let's take can't ever tick is false. We don't need this component here. So activate card. I think yeah, we also add an UE log for this. So now I should be able to go in my player state. So we have our card, we have our test card, and this CAS test card. It grants a gameplay effect. There's a test card buff that adds 100 to our max health. So in theory, we should see our max health get bigger if everything goes according to plan. So I believe it's in our player state. We have this, so event begin play, right? But also in our deck manager, here is our array. We have our test card. And then I can say maybe, get deck. Get. And we say is valid. I know it's valid. We just literally put one in there, but it's safe. Activate card. So we're gonna put a delay of 5 seconds or 3 seconds maybe. And hopefully something happens. So card data row handle is null, is what we get. Which is true. So player cards, card 1. Good thing we put that logging in. I definitely want, let me see if I can get to my health bar again, because I think I have numbers that I'm just hiding at the moment. Or is it, this is legacy, I guess. Yeah, new. Here's new. I guess I am not putting numbers in. Can I put the old one in? Ah. Reference, get nameplate. Hide that one. If I hide it like that, does it still show? Yeah, it still shows. So there should be a visibility, hidden. That, yeah, so now it's gone. Let's put health. There's our health. So after 3 seconds, do we get 200? No. Just fine. So Instigator is not a character. So where is this? Let's put... put a breakpoint. Let's see where it ends up. So what are we passing in as instigator? Oh, the player state. Okay. True. Yeah, I think I prefer, with the new kind of gameplay we're going for, I think I prefer to have numbers for the player as well. Okay. Just don't like how thin that whole thing is. Let's see what happens if I do fill. Okay. You know, not the clearest HUD right now. But for now, it's okay. We got to rethink our HUD again. But yeah, let's fix the code here because yeah, it's not a character. It's in the player state. Hi, Anupa Silva. What's up? How's it going? How's it going? So it's gonna be a player state. This might need to be a refactor at some point when we have like the general AI playing cards as well. All should still be valid. We're getting super duper close to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, so make sure to follow me and subscribe there for those watching from YouTube. If you're watching from Twitch, of course, a follow would be much appreciated. Okay, so now our live coding is done. So now, in theory, we should see our health increase. Okay, still doesn't increase. Not bad. Oh, hey, thanks for the subscription there, EmitFF. It's much appreciated. Okay, so now it's saying, attempting to access missing property, active deck. So what's the problem here? Let me put a breakpoint there. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, I think something crapped its pants because of the live coding. Let's just do a normal recompile here and see if we can salvage anything from that. Okay, the build succeeded, so that's always a good thing, right? All right, let's reopen up our player state. Does this compile? Yes. Okay. So it has an active deck card, test card. So we get there, all good. Okay. So let's try one more time. Now let's put the delay back in just to be certain. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that worked. I'll see, our max health went to 200. But yeah, our health didn't really update correctly. We should fix that bug because that seems bad. But we basically, for was it 5 seconds? Our test debuff card was 10 seconds, and it lasted 10 seconds, I think. Hey, thanks, Jesse Ram from YouTube for the subscribing. I think that was a bad English sentence. Thank you for the subscription. So yeah, let's see what. Let's look into our code real quick. So we basically at this point kind of got the flow of everything. So it's gonna be in our health attribute, I believe, or attribute set, I should say. So ability system attribute sets. Yeah, health attribute set. And there's this whole idea for adjust for max change. Right? And that happens here. So current max value equals max value. Current value. Like, that's where I think something is going wrong. Because in theory, like, if I have full health, and then I gain 100 max, like, there should be, like, some maintaining there. And then it drops me down to 50. So, after the buff leaves, I actually lose health. Then I instantly gain it all back? That's interesting. And I think I might have to change my control scheme again. Just because of how I want to potentially update my, like how I want to activate abilities and stuff like that. Because right now it's right bumper and right trigger. I think we have to move that back to X and Y, gamepad, button left, right. So melee. Light attack. Now that should be better. So X, Y, perfect. Okay. But yeah, let's figure out this, like, not so good adjust for attribute max change. So I think, like, how should this really work? Unless I'm doing the wrong adding. So let's try add final. Let's see how that might affect it. Same way. And then after 10 seconds, it brings me down. Oh, okay. I think it's because this guy's shooting a healing thing that it heals me for a bunch. Okay. So something is just funky. Let's just comment that out, and let's just see what that looks like in practice here. So maybe adjust for attribute change is not what I want to be doing. Seems like I'm getting the same result. Okay. So I do need to adjust for max attribute change for sure. So let's see what this is really doing. And I think I got this from Tranx documentation. Let me look that up. Documentation page. And for those learning gas Definitely check out that repository, best documentation there is. Okay, looks like we got ourselves a bot. Let's ban them and bye-bye. So let's just that. Maybe it's not in the documentation, but just code. Let's look. Code to private characters, heroes, abilities, editor player. No. No. Yes. Attribute sets, base attribute set. There's 3 attribute change, all that stuff. Should be yeah, adjust for attribute change. I want to put it here. So it seems like the call here doesn't really do anything. Because yeah, this is the current health we're doing, right? So max attribute, the new max value. We're doing apply mod to attribute unsafe. Okay, so that's always getting called for current stamina. Oh my lord. Okay. Let's put a breakpoint somewhere else. Breakpoint there. Okay, so this is it, right? So can I step into? Step into? So mod data is null, which is fine, right? Where is this? current mod data callback. So why is mod data null? Where's mod data coming from? Okay, so I think maybe the issue is I'm setting the attribute base value. Let's try, for the sake of trying something, let me comment that out real quick. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see. No more breakpoints, please. Okay, so that still causes the problem there. Thank you for the subscription there on YouTube, Deepak. I appreciate it. Now is the issue potentially so post attribute change, post. Let me also put a thing here. Because I fear like it's clamping to an inappropriate value. Okay. So I should see a 200 out of 200. Still no. But when it reverts back, I got healed. Hold on. So I got 100 out of a 200, right? And yeah, there's no range on that thing, so he's gonna be firing at me. Man, still wrong. There's also this pre. Just trying to. Yeah. Just for the sake of trying stuff, let's take out all the stuff that we're modifying that with. We're getting close to the 20,000 here. We need 7 more. So for those watching from YouTube, make sure to subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. Okay, so let's see now. Again, we should see it go to 200 out of 200. Yes. And then when it drops, it should get back to 100 out of 100. Yeah. So that part worked. So which one of these is causing that? I wonder. So let's start like it was the last two that involved it. So let's see if it's this one. see. Okay, so it's this top level one. So we're gonna have to go one by one here, unfortunately. Okay, let's confirm. Should again get back to 200 out of 200. Yes. So, sure we know it's this one. Let's undo this one. Is it like a combination of all of them being uncommented or commented out? That's what we're gonna find out now. Because it doesn't seem like it's getting this value. Maybe the get current is not the right one? Is that like get current base value? And because it's temporary buff, it's having a problem with that? Let's see. Yes, so it is a combination of everything kind of being commented out. So returns the current value, which include, but it says which includes temporary buffs. So I wonder, is it an ordering issue? You know, so we yeah, so max health current value is still 100 at this stage. So I wonder, I don't know if my game's gonna crash or not, but maybe the issue is in the pre. So let's comment the pre. And let's try here in the post. Alright, so I think it crashed. Go into our task manager and just nuke this thing. Where is... Am I blind? On that task, editor and task. Okay. Let's uncomment both of those. So we're 5 subscribers away from 20,000, the big 20K. Super exciting. We're almost at 700 followers on Twitch too, which is insane. That was one of my goals for this year, so hopefully you get that soon. Okay, yeah, let's not worry about any other assets at the moment. Let's see what happens. Does everything work as we'd expect? Yes. So it's in the pre-attribute change that is a problem, it seems. And I wonder why. So does pre-attribute base change? Let me not spawn any dude real quick. I just want to deal damage. Let's also modify, not modify, let's monitor, what's the word? Health or debug attribute. Current health. So can I get negative? I can. See, that's where my problem is. Like, I don't want it to get negative. So how can I best clamp it? Maybe I could say, like, between 0 and new value. I don't know what the result of that's going to be. Maybe it'll crash something. Who knows? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Now. No. Now. Okay, now I do this a bunch. Do I get the negatives? No. Great. Okay, so everything seems to work now with that kind of setup. So we more or less kind of proved our card system, because now after 3 seconds we play a card automatically, and it gives us a health buff of 200. So now let's test something here. I guess we could just do it ourselves, right? So I'm going to, so I have 200 health, so I'm gonna go to 150. So now I should, in theory, get to 75 health after it resets. Yes. Okay, so that all works as I would expect and hope for. So we got these attacks. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some other stuff at some point. But we should be able now, for example, to make a bunch of cards, right? So for example, if I go to my player state, and we go to my deck manager, I go to my test card, we go to the data table, could make a new entry here, call it, you know, card 02 or something. Call it card 2. And we can call this, you know, guess, damage modifier. Okay, about get, we don't care at the moment. We could say damage buff. And now we could say, do we have a damage modifier? I have a critical damage multiplier, but yeah, I don't have really a damage modifier, which I'm gonna have to add at some point, right? Maybe for fun, we can add that. Is it gonna be within the health? Because there's this, like, all this stuff. So critical chance, incoming damage. Is there incoming healing? Incoming damage. Maybe I should have like a damage attribute set. I don't know. It would be interesting to test that. Might have to add it to my to-do list, this stuff. Add task, create damage attribute set. Create an explicit attribute set to handle damage-based modifiers. All outgoing damage, fire damage multipliers, etc. Subtask through the AI tool, which is nice. Sorry, you guys are not seeing what I'm doing. But, good. We'll get to that eventually. We can try critical chance, right? Instead. So, say critical chance modifier. Call this critical chance modifier. But this one, because we have critical, right? So we're gonna set. I guess this could be add base. It's a multiplier, so we could just say, add 1, which is 100%. And we could also do critical damage multiplier. 1. I think that'll do it. Alright, we're two subscribers away from 20K, which is amazing. Okay, so let's see what happens now if I were to... Let's make this 10-second delay. And we have this test card. Let's put in card 2. So after 10 seconds, I should be getting... actually, I need to spawn a guy so I can damage. So, you know, I'm hitting. So it's already saying critical and critical, which is not what I was expecting. Let's make sure. Am I... Let's not... I want to say I already made my guy's critical chance too high by default. Let's just double check. So I hit. Yeah, it's already critical. Let's go to our initial ability set. AS character base. There is health attribute emitter, perks, load on death, stamina, passive. So I think it's the health attribute emitter. So critical chance. We're gonna set it to 0. Critical damage override. We're gonna say 0. Hey, thanks for the subscription there, RSDP. I appreciate that. You might be 20,000. No, you're 19,999. Big oof. Sorry. So now by default, I shouldn't say critical or anything. But after 10 seconds, I should have this modifier on me. It'll start eventually saying critical, hopefully. And it's not. It's definitely been more than 10 seconds. We can also monitor our critical chance. Our critical chance is 0, which is fine. Oh, it's not. Oh yeah, it's not plugged into anything. I'm so stupid. All right, let's try 7 seconds for now. So critical chance is 0. I'm hitting him. Nothing's happening. Well, I'm getting some damage, but now critical chance will be 1 after 7 seconds, hopefully. Okay, so now I'm still applying. Okay, I think I know what's going on. So card 2 needs to have the right card associated with it. Okay. Third time's the charm. So again, I hit, no critical or anything. We see some damage number. After 7 seconds, we should have 100% critical chance. No, it's still modifying my health by 200. So we have DA test card. It's playing card number 2. Okay, so now we're playing the wrong buff in card number 2. It may be a potential insight into potential problems in the future. But yeah, so 0. Now I have 100% critical chance. I see it, and now it's saying critical, and I'm dealing 2 damage. Then it's back to 0 again. I'm dealing 1, and there's no critical thing. So yeah, that part works as well. So our card, the quote-unquote card pipeline, works pretty well. We just now need to kind of hook it up with some sort of UI element. And this is where I'm kind of wondering where, you know, things should kind of go. Like, should there be like the cards on the left-hand side, you know, and you see which ones, and you can like activate them when you have enough points or whatever kind of cost they're putting into it. Not sure just yet. I think for now it'll be dead center. So this is where it's gonna be tough. Did you use the Boofa system yet? Okay, I'm gonna walk into this one because I love you, buddy. What's the Boofa system? Or Bofa system, I'm assuming. Alright, everybody, the moment's come. We got 20K. We got 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thanks, everybody. Both of these nuts. Nice. Got him. Got me. Okay, so after absolutely getting wrecked by that insult, let's continue where we're going here. So we gotta work on UI, because obviously these cards shouldn't be activated by default, right? So I think like we need to start getting some visualization here. So let's disconnect all that for now, because we need to have like a concept of a hand and a deck and a discard pile. And I want to figure out how, like, because I've been playing Slay the Spire finally, and I'm wondering if I need to do a similar thing as they do, where if you run out of cards in your deck, the discard pile just kind of comes back in. I guess it needs to be reshuffled in some way, and then you start playing it again. Or if it's one of those things where if you played all the cards, you don't get them kind of reshuffled back in until the next kind of arena. Because I still gotta figure out how I want to have, because I've also been playing this new game too. What is it called? Lost in Random. Also pretty fun. Like, I don't know if I want to have like a Hades style, like you go from, you know, small arena to small arena, fight enemies, and then after that wave or set of waves, you unlock stuff. Like maybe there could be options where, you know, a chest comes in or a couple of different options come in and you have to pick one. One of them is like, you know, reshuffle, get your cards back. Another one could be points or some sort of resource that you can spend at the end of the run. I also don't know how to make this game difficult enough to kind of make it so that you can die and restart the run. Like, I want it to be deck building, roguelike, action game with cards and like these persistent elements to it between each run. Because I also have to start thinking about enemy archetypes and how do I make sure that I can spawn a lot of enemies at once without killing frame rate, because yeah, Unreal is not that great when it comes to having multiple enemies at one time and multiple animating skeletons and stuff at one time. So I'm curious what will happen if I spawn 10. What happens to my frame rate? I mean, it stays pretty solid. Obviously, they're not animating, they're not doing anything. But the frame rate's not dying, so that's good. Honestly, these guys are all kind of throwing shit at me. And there does seem to be a bug where some of these guys are getting way more health than they should. Could be the changes I just did too. So yeah, this guy currently has 2,760 health. And he just keeps getting more and more. Some real buggy shit happening. But at least we're seeing stuff happen at least. Because I guess, let me check something with my elf character. Listen in here, so there's this space bar. Gives me a cooldown thing. Maybe it's in the base class. Hey, thanks for the subscription there, Too Sharp. Much appreciated. I think you might be the... Yeah, you are officially the 20,001 subscriber. Welcome. Much appreciated. I think it's in here. So, apply debug damage. I have a debug page up kind of thing. Let me take this back down to 0 for a second. So page up. Yeah, that works fine. But yeah, let me make another test one, like a healing one. Do I not have like a healing? So there's the damage test. So let me do GE healing test. And then I'm going to use this healing test on page up. Yeah, so it's not clamping correctly. So yeah, I definitely fucked something up here. Yeah, I'm setting new value, right? So it has to be max health. Because yeah, current value isn't returning the right one. Because we get here, and then it eventually gets to like all this stuff, and then it's just wrong by this point. Like its max health is still reading as 100. Unless this one can be new value, and this one has to be max health dot current value. Let's try a couple things. So page up, yeah, no longer overshoots, but does this now break max health test? Yeah, still does. because there's also a post attribute change. And post attribute change. I just don't understand why it gets to a negative value in some cases. I'm trying to figure out what is the best clamping. Page up, that works fine. But let's put healing test. Yeah, see? Like, I'm getting like not accurate values or anything like that. Hey, wow, did you do all of this? That's amazing. Thank you, Danielle. Much appreciated. I didn't do all the art or anything like that. All the logic and stuff is me. So, post attribute based change. I feel like maybe my clamping is all kinds of wrong. Maybe it needs to be done in the post gameplay back here. Set current health, blah blah blah. What's the logic here? So if data. I guess I could say if data dot evaluate attribute equals, and then get current health attribute. The logic stuff, I would have believed you if you had said yes. No, I want to make sure I don't take credit for any of the art that I've taken from the Unreal Marketplace or anything like that. So I wonder if that's okay, and I can take these out. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so page up is not healing me past that certain point. But again, my concern now is this increased max health test. Oh, that works. Yay. But now, if we deal damage, which I believe is still hooked up to enter, right? So yeah, let's monitor current health. So, cool. All clamps, good. So we can get rid of you, you, you. I guess to you. We should be good to go. I don't know if that's gonna fix those issues we saw with the bots, wherever they were getting huge. It should, but we'll have to see. So let's spawn 10 of our dummy guys, and let's see what happens. So they're all gonna start throwing shit at me. Okay, they're all staying within their limits. So looks like that problem is solved. Let's just run around a little bit, monitor everything. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, they're looking good. Okay. And let's just confirm one other thing. Let's do our card buff here. So I'm gonna deal damage. I'm at 80. I give myself a card buff, which increases my health to 200, and so now I'm at 160. And then I'm gonna deal damage again. Now I'm at 150, so I should drop back down to 75 out of 100 after the card wears off. And yes, okay, so that is all good. So now I'm gonna just give myself a bunch of those cards. So now I have a huge amount, and then we should just see my health kind of drop down like crazy. You see a lot of movement in the bar, but I think that's pretty cool. And then damage, 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 damage. Then page up, I got 10 out of 100. Cool. Okay, so I'm glad we figured that out. Now, you gotta start looking at the UI more, because I need, let's see what we can do, right? So we're gonna do card. And so we need a new interface, widget blueprint, widget, so we're gonna say WPP, card template, I guess. So how is this thing gonna look, really? Honestly, it's gonna be looking very rough. So we need to do, I don't know if it needs to be a button. It can be just an image, I guess. And we're gonna say, desired, brush, image size. Not sure what this should be. Maybe like 128 No. Maybe. Like the card should be a little longer, so maybe like 192 or something. Probably could be smaller. Because like maybe the top half will be some sort of kind of thing. So maybe like 192 by 128 or something. Yeah, maybe. Here's our main UI. Well, let's put a card in and just see what it looks like. Nice, the content here, right? What does that look like on screen? Probably could be bigger. I just worry about a lot of the obstruction that could possibly happen. Because maybe it could be like, 128 by 256. And yeah, it can be like kind of occluded out, right? It would just need to be big enough where it's kind of readable. Because I feel like that's still not readable. Obviously, it's just a white card, but... And I'm trying to think what would make sense. Because, like, when you have your cards being selected and everything, this is probably how as far out as I'd want them to be kind of peeking out of the UI, I guess. And so, like, when it's deselected, it kind of shuffles down. So, for example, like, we can create a duplicate. And, whoop, where's the other one? And let's say it's like this when it's not selected, right? So there should be enough, like, kind of enough detail to know what is kind of in the other hand, not hand, like the other card. And so, like, as you're pressing, like, D-pad or something, it'll shuffle down. Next one will shuffle up, shuffle down, shuffle up, and then kind of wrap around. And then... And then when you activate it, maybe the full card comes out. Like, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't obscure the screen too much. It also depends on, like, how many cards we have, and where these kind of elements are. Because again, it has to be readable. You have to know what you're selecting. So say, for example, at max, you have 5 cards or something, right? Like, obviously, this is already taking you off of the screen. See, this is not how it's gonna look. We're gonna need to get like some sort of container or something, but yeah, this is already maybe too much. But let's assume like 5 cards max, right? Like, I don't know if that is kind of readable. Is it okay that the player's health is like kind of tightly quartered, or like do we move the health stuff back up into the corner, like top right corner? So again, for example, we move the anchor point up here. We move this stuff, just for the sake of example, we move it up here. And maybe then we can move these things down to like here or something. And then you can have like the abilities container down more. Like eventually it's gonna need to be down more anyway. You guys probably won't be able to see it when I'm playing in game because of my camera, but I'll just move myself up a little bit. Obviously everything's super duper placeholder, but like, you know, the health is up there, and then you have your cards down here. I just don't know at the moment. If anyone else has opinions watching, more than happy to hear any sort of feedback on what the UI could possibly look like. Like, what is least intrusive, I guess? It's like maybe when the cards are not activated, or like, you know, you haven't used the card in a while, they can kind of fade out. Not sure. Let's... So we have a card template, right? Let's say WPP, current hand. And this is just a horizontal box. And we could say on construct, let's just do a for loop, not for each, for loop, 0 to 4, gonna create widget, it's gonna be get owning player, card, active viewport, or do I need to do, let's grab this, so card container, make variable, I say, if I have to add to viewport, I can just say add to horizontal box, let's just assume that's fine. All right, so now we go to the main game HUD. Let's remove that. Let's get our current hand. Let's add it to the bottom. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. We have something. have to do like set padding. Make margin. We want to pad to the maybe the right. Let's put 20 to see what happens. Do we crash again? No. Okay. So that looks good. But they definitely need to. So current hand. I want to look at how this could look. So hard. Template we add, for example, and then we add a second one, right? So let's look at this padding here. Do I have to maybe say center, the horizontal? I don't know if I fill, and then padding to the right. And I add another one, another one, another one. Not sure. So I probably need to put this as like an anchor point to the bottom here. Position Y here. Okay. Size the content. Are they gone? So man, like, not in the full position that I'm hoping they would be in. So it goes like this. Like, I want it to kind of expand out from the center. Is there any sort of option for that? I don't know if it's horizontal alignment. Unless I have to define like the shape. Instead of sizing to content. I just say, okay, you know, from here to here, right? And we just take out this. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, like these are the cards. I just don't really like how they're obstructing the view, I guess. I'm not sure how else to possibly display cards on screen, you know? I don't want them, I don't think they should be on top of the screen. Maybe there could just be like a hide button or something. maybe. So let's not worry about the general positioning just yet on that. What I'd like to do is have a card template. I want to have an animation for it, right? So select card, for example. And we're going to use add image 22 for now, plus transform, translation, and in the Y, say minus 100, I guess. So probably can be faster. Okay. So now we should have a custom event. So select card, and custom event, deselect card, then select card, should play animation, forward. This one, play animation reverse. And then in current hand, do all of that, and then after it's done, man, we should probably, I guess I could say, get child at an index 0. Put a cast to our template. Say select card, right? So now by default, the first one should be kind of animated up, which it's not. So we do that, bam. We got there. Do I have to say restore state or anything? Seems all fine. Oh, there you go. So now, set up current hand. I'm gonna make a new variable. Integer. Selected card index. That can be left at 0. Now, can I use enhanced input buttons or so debug, gamepad key, D-pad right. I could say get child at selected card index, cast to card template. Say deselect. then we're gonna plus plus. Obviously, it's not gonna be perfect immediately, so we have to also say no from here. So if this is greater than I get length. Has any children? Get children count. Maybe this is okay. Then we say this again. Select, right? There you go. Now we're selecting cards. And we gotta do the opposite way. Just do more or less the same thing. Except we're doing minus minus. And we're checking if it's less than or equal to 0. Or less than 0. Then if it's true, we're going to say select a card equals children count. Yo, 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 what's up, Johnny Dev? How you doing? I don't know if it has to be this -1 or not. Let's try this one. So now we should be going as well to the left. So yeah, so we're selecting cards in either direction. I'm trying to see if this looks okay. Or not. Wondering if this is too much. Just finishing up your live? Nice, nice. I think I might be finishing up mine as well. I'm gonna hide you. That's fine. I should also move my camera back to where it was before. But yeah, now we got quote-unquote card selection. So this is where like the information of the card would be. Let's make new indie friends. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I wonder if card selection should instead be bumpers. Or not. That might be tough on gamepad. Because I want to keep jumping, I think. See, so the face buttons are that. Maybe clicking selects it or something. Because yeah, we won't have crouch or anything. Because I'm thinking about the left and right bumper so that you don't have to take your thumbs off any of the sticks, right? But then if I use left and right bumper, we lose, the bumper, we lose block, for example. Unless we could say the left and right trigger. We keep block. And then right bumper could be like the aim mode. Maybe not sure. Definitely know gamepad, D-pad is not very viable. Yeah. We'll have to think about it. So maybe we have to say goodbye to like a projectile idea, maybe. Not sure. Something to think about, I guess. We don't have to worry about it at the moment. But the more and more I'm looking at this, maybe it's not too bad. Like the actual work position on the screen, obviously we'll have to center it and everything. Let's see. Okay. So I think that's where I'm going to end it for today. Thank you everybody for watching. It's always much appreciated. Make sure, if you aren't already following me here on Twitch, you send a follow. Same thing for YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Definitely check out my Discord server. You can always hang out there and ask questions, share your stuff. Again, here's my YouTube link just in case you want to subscribe there. There's not many people watching from Twitch, so I don't think we're going to raid anybody. So I think that's where we're going to call it. We'll try to stream sometime over the course of the weekend, I'm hoping. So definitely keep an eye out for it. But until then, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you next time.